Hello, my name is Francis Omonefe, an exploration geophysicist. Today's tutorial will be on how we can arrange our IP data along with our apparent resistivity values taken at the same time in a notepad, and as well run it with the IP2Win software successfully and display them accordingly. So let's dive right in. First, you will need your Excel spreadsheet where you start the typing of everything. So I don't know if this is visible enough, but I'll try and explain. This is your line 1, this is your column 1, column 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in your line 1, column 1, we have a title. It could be the feed name, or it could be any title you desire. Here I titled it a demo on Res and IP. Line 2, column 1 is your spacing, your electrode spacing. Then line 3 is your array type. We have different kind of array. We have the Schlumberger, we have Wiener Schlumberger, we have dipole. We have different kind of array type, but in this case it is Wiener, is indicated 1. Every array type has its different value. So our configuration is 1, which is a Wiener array. Then this is your datum points, number of datum. Here is 54. This is what we call datum. If you count from here through, count it down to this point, we have 54 lines. So this is what we call your datum points, 54. It could be 100, could be 500, depending on the length of your survey. Okay, this is to indicate the center of your array. If you are using S location, at this point you leave it at 1, which is the common configuration. So it is 1. While this is to indicate if you have an IP data. If you don't have an IP data, you leave it at 0, and that will be the end of the heading. For in this case, we have an IP data, so it is 1. Then this is what kind of IP data do you have. Chargeability, which is common. Then the unit of measurement is in milliseconds. Your IP measurement unit is milliseconds. This column we have 0.1, 1.0, where 0.1 indicates your delay. IP normally have a delay, while the 1.0 indicates your integration time, while the delay is 0.1 milliseconds. You should know what I'm talking about. It's something you must have read about. Okay, so let's move ahead. Then this is where you input your imported data. So at this point, we have, at this column, we have your X location, or they call it midpoint. It's either it's called X location or your midpoint value. Then this is your distance. Then this is your apparent resistivity value, and this is your chargeability value. So at the end of it, you close it with a closing remark. I call it closing remark, which is zeros. It's alright. So when you're done, you copy, you highlight all of them, and copy, Ctrl C. Then you open your notepad. Let's open the notepad. Then you paste, Ctrl V. Then let's save it. I'm going to save it at a folder I call demo. I'll call it demo. Text file, save. So like this, we are good. Now let's launch our software, which is the Res2DInv version. Alright, at the launch of the software, the first thing you want to do is to read your file. Now let's go to where our file is kept, which is the demo folder. Nothing is showing because here is showing that we should upload a .dat, but we had a test file. Okay, let's just keep it at all so that we'll look for it by ourselves. Okay, we have the demo here. You click on it and it reads complete. We have no error of any sort. Our reading is completed. Then you go to your inversion, carry out inversion. You could do some settings if you want. Let's choose algorithmic of apparent resistivity. Then let's carry out our inversion. They ask you to save the inversion file. Fine, let's save the inversion file. So you can see it's changing from resistivity to IP, resistivity to IP. You see it changing color. When you are done, it will ask you if you want to do more iteration. At this point, I don't want to do any more iteration. I'll just click no. Okay, so this is our chargeability value. This is our apparent chargeability value. So to display our results, we go to display, show inversion results. It asks you if you want to use the inversion file. You say okay. Okay, so we are good. So at this point, asks you go to display session, you go to display model, you come to choose resistivity or IP display. Okay, at this point you could say give me my resistivity display. It's checked, display resistivity. Click OK. Then you go to display option and you click the very first one, which is display data and model session. Ask you if you want to do more iteration. Let's just give it 2 more iteration. Logarithmic cutoff values is choose, and this is for our apparent resistivity. Okay, let's display our IP session. You go to display session, you go to display model display, then you go to choose which one you want to display. Now let's display the second one. Display IP, please. You click OK, you go back and you display. Add 2 more iteration to it. So this is your IP session, this is your apparent chargeability session, but you can as well display the both of them together. Let's choose. I want to display both of them together alongside. You click on it, you click on both of them and you display. Ask you if you want to give it an iteration. Okay, no problem, we have an issue like this, and for the IP it's like that. So this is your apparent resistivity session and this is your IP session. I hope we are good. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Please subscribe to this channel for more. I need your encouragement to continue doing tutorial. Please subscribe.